Hello, I'm Bruce Zimmerman, host of the Open Line Garden Show and certified horticulturalist for Rittenhouse.ca. Today we're going to talk about Bahco ergonomic pruners. And the first is the PX. PX pruners, as you'll note, do not lay flat on the table. They don't lay flat because they are bent. And the reason for this is that when you go in to do your target pruning, everybody turns their wrist to get in nice and tight. With these, you don't have to. You can work with a straight wrist. Speaking of straight wrist, you'll notice that they're drop handled. This allows you to work with a straight arm, wrist, and hand. This gives you greater power with less stress. You'll also note that the handles are not aligned. This is the way they fit much better in your hand. You'll also note that they're splayed. The splaying of the handles will spread the pressure in your hand over a larger area. Now the handles are also a composite, which means they're very strong, but they're also not cold in the spring and in the fall like a metal handled pruner would be. Now you have to pick your size to fit your hand. So we measure you from your fingertip to the creases in your wrist, and from the outside of your pointer finger to the outside of your baby finger. That determines the size of the handle, and it'll either be small, medium, or large. And then we look at what you're going to be doing with these pruners and pick the head size. You have small, medium, and large, or what we call 1, 2, or 3. For those of you who have been buying regular pruners, you've probably experienced the number 2 head. This is the average size that you'll find on most pruners. If you're an aggressive pruner who wants to do a lot of pruning, then what you'll do is you'll move up to the number 3. Number 2, standard, you're used to it, probably the one that 80% of the people do buy. There is also the number 1. The number 1 is used for people doing floral work, but also going out into the garden and just cutting flowers. The heads are made of good Swedish steel. That means that the edge on the pruners are very, very sharp, and they hold their edge very, very well. Now, so be very careful. They are very, very sharp, and they do hold their edge. Now, once you've picked that out, you may find that you're one of those people who do pruning for an extended period of time. These are people who prune for hours at a time, days at a time, in which case what you're doing is you're going to the PXR series. Now, the PXR series has all the features of the PX except that it has a roll handle. The roll handle alleviates stress through the palm and upper fingers of the hand. So if you're out there, you're going to be doing a lot of pruning, particularly extended periods of time, then you want to go and get a PXR roll handle. The PG series has all the functions of the PX series, except that it doesn't have replaceable parts. So this one is what you buy for your employees. It is also very, very sharp and has the same type of Swedish steel head. With all 3, you're going to see the functionality across the whole series. You pick the one that most suits your needs. Myself, I picked a PX S3. That means small handle, large head, because that's the type of pruning that I do. You may not, but again, the most popular being the PXM2, medium size, medium head. Surprise, surprise. Now, you'll note on the table that some of the pruners turn one way and some turn the other. That's because these 2 are left-handed pruners. They are designed for left-handed people, and of course, that means that left-handed people are no longer having to use right-handed pruners to do their pruning. And they're the same price as a right-handed pruner, a distinct advantage. These and other great garden tools from Rittenhouse.ca.